Yeah. Here we go. Aswand Cruickshank, your one and only Move Swiftly speaker, checking in for a daily Move Swiftly thought, giving you a perspective on teamwork that you will not get anywhere else. Do it. I mean, immediately after you're through watching this video, go on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you get your podcasts. Look up Innovative Teamwork. And look at whose show pops up as the #1 show on Innovative Teamwork. All right, yes, it's yours truly, the Move Swiftly podcast, hosted by your one and only Move Swiftly speaker, Aswand Cruickshank. Got me? And there's a ton of things that I have to say in regards to how this happened. All right, it's going to require me a full 30-minute episode to explain exactly how things became that, how it has become, I have become, or my podcast has become the #1 show on Innovative Teamwork. There's a ton of things I have to say. It'll take me at least around 30 minutes. It might actually be a two-part series that I do on the show. So make sure you subscribe to it and stay tuned for that episode. It probably won't be out for a couple months. All right. So in regards to today's Move Swiftly thought, I want to talk to you guys a little bit about how my mindset, I'm going to give you a little piece about the mindset aspect of how this all came about. All right. So it was my first trip to Stony Brook University. All right. Now, previously, the entire previous year, I spent the year working as a front desk consultant at a health club named Washington Sports Club in South Bethesda. This gym is no longer in business right now. I took this job knowing that I wanted to transfer to Stony Brook and go and walk on and play football there and things like that. And one of the things that I got accepted, here's what happened. Once I got accepted off academics. I didn't get accepted through football. So I had to pay my own way, I had to walk on, do all those. So I was basically a regular student during that summer as I was getting ready for the fall semester, right? So I wanted to be out there that summer because I was hoping I was going to get a chance to work out with the team and get acclimated with the university and all that kind of stuff. That didn't happen, but that's another conversation, another story for another day. The day I got there, the day I got to Stony Brook, I had scheduled the first day I got to Stony Brook during the summer, right? And this is after I had already been accepted. No, actually, it wasn't when I was accepted. It was after I got accepted. Yeah, I remember. It was after I got accepted, and it was time for me to start looking for places to stay during the summer and all that kind of stuff. And my mother accompanied me to New York, right? She went with me that weekend. Excuse me. She went with me that weekend. And I had scheduled, I scheduled an interview. I scheduled a job interview with New York Sports Club because I knew I was going to be going to Stony Brook. So I scheduled an interview with a company named New York Sports Club, which is all under the same umbrella, which is Town Sports International. I scheduled that interview because I knew I was going to transfer over and I knew I was going to be going to Stony Brook and all that stuff during the summer. I got accepted for some classes in the summer. I started taking classes in the summer, and the interview was the same day. The interview was the same day in which my mother and I went out to Long Island, New York that weekend, right? Now, as my mother drops me off, she drops me off to the interview, right? We do all we have to do when it comes to find a place to stay and all the stuff with the school, but then she drops me off to the gym to have my job interview. And here's what she said to me before I left the car to go do this interview. Here's what she says to me. She goes, "Look, go sell yourself. Go sell yourself." All right. And that is the point I want to get you. That's the point I want to get you to. All right. So large part of the reason that my show is the #1 show on Innovative Teamwork is because of a guy named Dre Baldwin, who I've spoken about on many occasions on this show. He's been on this podcast. The title of his episode is Work on Your Fucking Game. His entire brand, his entire framework, his entire organization is called Work on Your Game. And I remember there was a time he was doing I believe it was an Instagram Live. And I saw that he was speaking at some conference or whatever it was, and he did a live at the hotel room, whatever it is. And I remember I got on the live and I asked him how he was able to get this gig, or how he was able to be chosen as one of the people to speak. And he reads the question, he looks at me, he goes, "Look, I sold myself, Aswand." The same exact thing my mother said. And that's the point I want to get you guys to. Even though I'm quote unquote the innovative teamwork guy, always speaking about teamwork, but it's all about selling yourself. When you're doing your best to sell yourself, you become a better teammate. This is why I tell you, when you go to makeyourmove.com, it's a one-stop shop for your teamwork and your self-development needs. Developing the self is very much a part of teamwork as well. All right. So again, like I said, I'll dive deeper into all it is. Just stay tuned. Subscribe to the show. Thank you all. Thank you all the listeners, and thank you all the people who have been tuning into my work. You guys are part of the reason that it is now the #1 show in innovative teamwork. So I appreciate you guys. Listen, there's no slowing down. It's not stopping. There's tons of episodes. This shit you haven't seen anything yet. All right. I haven't even scratched the surface of what's really going down. So stay tuned for sure. All right. Main website, makeyourmove.com. That's MakeYamove.com. Again, your one-stop shop for your teamwork and your self-development needs. Aswand Cruickshank, your one and only Move Swiftly speaker, checking out. You guys continue to move swiftly. We will talk more soon.